Hello everyone, welcome to our Astro Science, and today in this video I will discuss the entry of planet Sun into the sign of Leo. This transit is going to be very powerful and it will bring very good news in terms of the sign Leo wheresoever it is placed in your horoscope, in your birth chart. Sun has already entered the sign of Leo on 16th of August and this transit is going to be around of 30 days. So on 17th of September it will enter the sign Virgo and it will leave the sign Leo. But till then, in the span of almost 30 days, around 1 month, this transit of Sun is going to be very powerful, full of authority, full of creativity and full of power. Now, as soon as Sun has entered the sign of Leo, it means the first initial 3 degree 20 minutes, that is the first quarter of the Magha Nakshatra. Means at present Sun is in the first quarter of Magha Nakshatra. Okay, that means the initial 3 days and almost 9 hours, because the transit of Sun is about 1 degree per day, around 1 degree per day. So the 3 degree 20 minutes will be covered in around 3 days, almost 3 days and 9 hours. So during that period you will find that Sun to be placed in the sign of Aries in the D9 chart. So that will bring huge amount of fiery energy, because as soon as Sun has crossed the fire and water interface, because it was leaving the sign of Cancer, which is a water sign, and it was entering the sign of Leo, which is a fiery sign. So as soon as it has entered the sign of Leo, even if it was in the Gandanta, that interval of Gandanta, but still, since it has entered the sign of Leo, it has got that double fire energy, because in D1 chart it is in the sign of Leo, but in the D9 chart it is in the sign of Aries for the first Navamsa, that means the first quarter of Magha Nakshatra. In the first quarter of Purva Falguni Nakshatra, means when Sun enters the first quarter of Purva Falguni Nakshatra, Sun will get Vargottama, means in the D9 chart also Sun will be in its own Navamsa, in the own sign Leo. So that time also this transit of Sun will become very powerful. Now why the Navamsa position of Sun during this transit becomes so important? Because you see, Sun is the king of the solar system. It is the energy and light of Sun which rules the all other planets, which governs the all other planets. It is the original universal Atma Karaka, the significator of our soul. So now that powerful energy of Sun has entered its own house, it is now very free to take decisions, to do the work with creative outset, with creative mindset. Leo forms the original 5th house of the natural zodiac. That means it has lot to do with intelligence, it has lot to do with learning. It has also to do many things with pride, ego. So when Sun will actually be transiting through this sign of Leo through this month, you will be learning new things, you will be applying those things in your life, and you will also ask for center of attention around the crowd, around the society, wherever you live in, regarding the significance of the house wheresoever the sign Leo falls in your horoscope. If it is your 11th house, then you will be trying to have the gains and profit in such a way so that people in and around you can look at you and think, yes, that this person earns a huge amount of wealth. He has got that authority regarding that. Suppose Leo is your first house, then you will have a very authoritative outlook in front of the world. Means whatever decision you take, people will be bound to respect you. Suppose Leo is your 10th house, then you will have a very powerful mindset, or whatever work you do at your professional area will be looked upon very carefully. People will not only respect that, people will also feel that yes, this person, whatever he does, cannot be ignored. It will form a center of attention in your life. This will be a very good time to creatively express yourself in front of the whole world. Whatever talents you have, whatever creative talents you have, means which you want to express in front of the people, so that people can know about you, so that people can praise that yes, this person is super in this area. So this will be the best time to express yourself due to this transit of Sun into its own sign Leo. Whatever things fill your heart with your joy and happiness, you will be loving to do all those things during this time. And now, since the sign Leo will be also transited with Mars and Mercury during this transit of Sun, along with Sun, with the aspect of Jupiter. So now this will not only be allowing you to learn certain things, doing it with your own will and actions, but also with wisdom and intelligence. Leo is a fixed sign, we all know it. So often we feel that due to the transit of Sun, it may make us stubborn at certain aspect of our life, depending upon wheresoever the sign Leo falls in our chart. But here now you see the intelligence of Mercury, that energy of Mars, and that wisdom of Jupiter, which is aspecting it from the sign of Aquarius. That is the mutual aspect of Sun and Jupiter. This will not only give us that proper wisdom to learn certain things, because now when we are applying our talents, it may happen that we may fail, we may succeed. But due to that aspect of Jupiter, even if we don't succeed, we will learn certain things and it will take us towards perfection. Because Sun is the king. You see, there is, when king will take the job, it will make sure that it is done completely with all focus and concentration. Because you see, Mars is also transiting through that sign. So it is the combination of Mars and Sun also. So it is the order of the king that my work has to be done, and Mars will allow you, will help you to do that work. So if you are associated with performing arts, if you are an athlete, or suppose if you want to have some adventure in your life, or anything which can give you joy, happiness, you can be related to art and craft, or you can be a theater person, a dramatist, you can be a writer, you can be an author, because Mercury is also transiting through this sign. So all this genre can help you during this transit. Suppose if you are associated with politics, then this transit of Sun will definitely bring good news in your life. This transit will not only give you that strength, but also it will rectify your previous mistakes. Because many a times when you do certain things, we become very stubborn. We feel that whatever I am doing correct. But you see, there is a discipline associated with Sun. When we talk about discipline, the first thing which comes in our mind is Saturn and Jupiter. But the discipline of the king is different. King will not allow you to become indisciplined. King does not like the person who is not punctual. So during this time, your discipline and your punctuality will help you. This will not only give you a good personality, but also give you a very good aura regarding wheresoever the sign Leo falls in your horoscope. So with this note, we will start that what this transit of Sun is going to bring according to your zodiac sign. That is the 12 zodiac signs. So you can check it through the Ascendant, you can check it through your moon signs also, so that you can understand that what emotional state of mind it is going to change, what psychological change it is going to bring depending upon the transit of Sun in the sign of Leo in your mind. and what is actually going to get manifested, that you can see from the ascendant sign. So I will say that check it from the moon sign and the ascendant sign both, so that you can understand that what is actually going to happen and what impact it is bringing in your life through your mental outset through this transit. And as usual, if you are new to this channel, then tap onto the subscribe button, click onto the notification bell icon, so that every time I make a new video you get notified instantly. And if you like this video, then press the like button and share to your near and dear one also. In the description section you will find the links to the consultations, so if you want any consultation from me, then you can check the links. You will find the links for my Instagram and Facebook ID, so that you can join to me with my Instagram account and my Facebook account. So let us see that what this transit of Sun into the sign of Leo has brought for us, for all the 12 zodiac sign. Come, let us see. For the Aries people, for the Aries ascendant people, Sun is your 5th lord and it is transiting through your 5th house. 5th house of your creativity, 5th house of your joy, your happiness, your pleasure, your intelligence, your education. So all these sectors will get improved. If you are a student, you will be getting benefited by this transit of Sun through your 5th house as the 5th lord. You will learn new things, you will apply those things in your life. If you are having any creative talents, that will get modified, that will get updated. If you are any person associated with performing arts, then you will not only get success, but also you will get recognized in and around whatever people are around you, in front of the society, in front of the cultural peoples in and around you. This is going to be a very good transit, I will say. Due to the presence of Mars over there, suppose if you are thinking that I can go for hiking, I can go for some adventurous trips, then this is a very good time, I will say. If you are an athlete, if you are an author, if you are a writer, because Mercury is also transiting through this sign, so this combination of Sun and Mercury will help you in your trade and business, in your speculative business, in your any kind of investment, in your writing, in your authorship. So overall I will say this transit of Sun is going to bring lots and lots of good news for you. For the Taurus people, Sun is your 4th lord and Sun will be transiting in your 4th house. Here Sun will be completely taking care of your happiness. You will become a very dominant figure at your home. You will try to take all the decisions regarding your home, your homely matters, regarding your domestic affairs, and anything which can uplift your happiness index in your life. You will try to do all those things. And at the same time, since Sun is the king, Sun will have that regalness. So this is also the time of elimination. So you will eliminate all other things which is actually creating some problems at your home, or which may be the reason for domestic unhappiness. Okay, so you will choose the things which are perfect for you. You will also take care as a savior of all the people at your home, because king, that lion, when king is the savior, you know, he can do anything for the person whom he loves. So this will be a very powerful transit and it will definitely bring lots and lots of good news, good happiness in your life. Only one thing you have to be very careful. Sun is a very hot and fiery planet, and 4th house, which is originally significated by Moon and Venus, it is also the house of our peace of mind. So I will say that don't indulge yourself in any very small petty matters, because that can actually increase your mental anxiety. Avoid those things. Although I know that you will be taking an active participation on all of this, but still I will say that try to avoid as much you can. For the Gemini people, Sun is your 3rd lord and it will be transiting through your 3rd house of your valor, of your courage, of your actions. And what can be better than the combination of Sun, Mars and Mercury transiting through your 3rd house? Whatever action you will take, it will lead to success. In your past, if you were thinking that you wanted to do certain thing but you wouldn't or couldn't do it, Although the transit of Mars in the sign of Leo had helped a lot for the Gemini people, for the Gemini ascendant people, and this transit of Sun through the third house, this combination of Sun, Mars and Mercury will bring all round success, be it communication, be it a prideful authoritative figure in front of the society, your neighborhood, your relatives and siblings, your friends, but also it will make sure that your fame, reputation rises. If you are thinking that yes, you want to have a very good rapport with your authorities or superiors, this is a very good time to have it. If you want to communicate with your superiors, your boss, very good time I will say, because this Sun will give you success whatever step you take. So it is up to you that try to do good things, try to do certain things which can not only help you but also help the mankind, because it will bring success in your life. This transit of Sun through your third house, it will not only increase your valor but also it will clear all the clouds from your that mind. Means if you are thinking that I cannot foresee the things, this is the time when Sun will clear all the clouds and you can see the light, where to put the step. Okay. For the Cancer ascendant people, Sun will be transiting in your second house. Second house of your wealth, your finance, your speech, your family matters, your family members, your fixed asset. So now you will be taking care of everything related to your family. You will be having a very dominant figure, a dominant status at your family matters, at your in between your family members. So now any decision which is being taken in your family will not be taken without your interference, will not be taken until and unless you say your opinion. So you will find that people are actually moving in and around you, just like the planets move in and around the Sun. You will become that dominant figure in front of the family members. Now there will be people who may be jealous of you, but the lion does not care, isn't it? Sun does not care. We cannot ignore that bright sunshine of Sun. And yes, Sun is also our ego and second house is the house of speech. So out of your ego, out of your pride, don't say anything which may hurt the sentiments of the other people. And at the same time, since Sun is transiting in its own house of Leo, it will bring royalness, regalness at your home. The reputation, fame of your family will rise in front of the society. Okay. Any decision regarding your investment, regarding your finance, you will be taking very carefully, because you see Sun is that royal planet. So anything which is very petty matters, Sun will not care about all these things. So this can also lead to some kind of expenses also. So be careful that you don't waste your money in some petty things or the things which are actually not required now. In fact, this is a very good time to invest your money, to take some powerful wealth related decisions which can give you sweet fruits in long time to come, because Sun is your second lord also. Okay, so take care regarding that. For the Leo ascendant people, Sun will be transiting in your first house. What can be beautiful or better than that? That the king of the solar system is transiting over your first house as the first lord itself. So you will feel that your confidence is at the cloud 9. You will feel that energy, means right from the morning when you woke up till you go to sleep, that interval of time, you will find that you are getting lots and lots of energy to do whatever work you want to do. You will do it. Your decision making, your authority, your dominance will be unparalleled. People will look upon you, people will be very curious to know about you, people will look after you, but they will just answer you to say you yes. There should not be anything no in front of you. So here one thing I will say you, that since Sun is transiting through your first house, so you will take more care regarding your own personality. In fact, I will say that this is a very good time to improve your health, improve your personality, to work on your self discipline and punctuality and personality. So since you will be doing all these things, just opposite to the first house is the 7th house. So you may have some problem in negotiating or indulging with the other people, because Sun is the king and other 7th house is the house of masses. Sun does not like the compromise. Sun does not like to intermingle at the marketplace or the masses. Okay. Sorry. So if you work on your personal discipline, if you work on punctuality, this Sun will not only give you fame, reputation for the long time to come, but also it will make sure that your confidence stays with you in whatever decisions you take, whatever actions you take, in whatever walks of your life you feel, so that will lead to success. Because why I say all these things, first house is our this brain, the upper part of our head, okay, and Sun is that hot and fiery energy, that hot and fiery planet. So if you don't follow that discipline, if you don't follow that punctuality, it can also lead to some kind of anxiety, that hot headedness. You may feel that I wanted to do the work, why I couldn't do it, because I missed the train, I was late. So don't be late, be punctual, and see how Sun is blessing you with its that energy. Okay, because Sun is also the significator of the first house and it is in transit through the first house, so it will definitely going to give you that blessings. Just follow the rules which is laid down by the king of the solar system, Sun. For the Virgo ascendant people, Sun will be transiting in the 12th house as the 12th lord itself. Now you see, Sun, since it is the 12th lord transiting through the 12th house, this is the best time for any kind of activities which is related to spirituality. Or suppose you wanted to do certain thing in isolation, in solitude, this is the very good time. You wanted to go some far away place, to join some spiritual community, to attend some spiritual knowledge, to gain it, to visit some ashram, okay. So this will be a very good time. Any kind of spiritual practices, be it yoga, be it meditation, you can learn some spiritual scriptures also. Any kind of religious and spiritual scriptures can help you during this transit of Sun. Since 12th house is also the house of our subconscious mind, it rules our sleep, because when we sleep, we are actually, for that amount of time, we can actually escape from the reality. That is all about the 12th house. So since Sun is a very hot and fiery planet, it can actually disturb your sleep during this time of 1 month. So what is the remedy? The remedy is very simple, that you can start meditation and yoga during this time. It will use up your energy in some proper path. It will channelize your energy. So definitely it is going to help you when you do that spiritual practices. And since it is the 12th lord itself, so definitely it is going to give you that benefits regarding all the comforts regarding which is related to the 12th house. It is also creating Viparit Raja Yoga, because 12th house lord, when it is transiting over the 12th house, it creates that Viparit Raja Yoga. Okay, so it is definitely going to help you, but I will say that since 12th house is the Dusthana house, so use your energy of Sun in some spiritual practices, and you will find that how beautifully this transit of Sun is going to give you results in a more proper channelized way. Okay. For the Libra people, Sun will be transiting in the 11th house. It is your 11th lord itself, and it will take care of all your gains and profits. It will make sure that your gains and profits are in such a way that in front of the whole world, you feel that royalness, that regalness, that yes, I am having something. People will know about, yes, that this person earns a lot. Okay, so suppose if you are awaiting some promotion, if you are awaiting some good news, awards or accolades, this is a very good time to achieve it. You may get recognized by your superiors during this time. So overall I will say that this transit is going to be a very good one, along with Mars and Mercury. So that is for the Libra people. Now let us see what is there for the Scorpio people. For the Scorpio people, Sun is your 10th lord and it will be transiting through your 10th house along with the Lagna lord Mars, along with the 11th lord Mercury. So it is creating Raj Yoga, it is creating a Dhan Yoga. So I will say that this transit is going to be very powerful because Sun is also getting that directional strength in the 10th house. So now whatever work you do or whatever image you have in front of the people in your work arena or in front of your society, that will improve. This will not only increase your name, fame and reputation, but also it will make sure that you do certain things which are really very good, which are really royal and regal. People will respect your work, people will respect your authority. Your relationships with your superiors and authorities will also improve during this time. If you are associated with any work related to government, then also you will get lots and lots of benefits through this transit of Sun. Since the Lagna lord Mars is also transiting along with Sun during this transit of Sun, this will make you very independent at your work arena. It will give you that independent power to do certain things, whatever you wanted to do actually for your own self, for the company whom you are serving. Okay, and since Mercury is also transiting, that is the 11th lord, through your 10th house, so through your work you will also get that gains. So this transit is going to be very powerful, I will say, for the Scorpio people. So just do your work, just do your karma and reap the benefits through this transit. For the Sagittarius people, Sun will be transiting through your 9th house, and this transit is going to bring rise of fortunes in your life because it is your 9th lord itself. So your responsibility towards your dharma, your religion, your religious rituals, customs will improve. Your relationship with your father, with your guru, with your elder will improve during this time. And this is also a very good time to have communications with any kind of religious communities, to meet some peoples associated with spiritual and religious groups, even to start a new hobby, because it will directly aspect the 3rd house along with Mercury. To learn certain things, because 9th house is the house of learning that higher spiritual knowledge. So suppose if you want to learn certain scriptures, philosophy, law or anything which is related to the ancient scriptures, that rituals and customs, this will be a very good time to learn those things, because that will not only give you that divine blessing, but also it will give you that happiness. You will feel that due to this transit of Sun through your 9th house, whatever work you do, you will feel that your work is getting done. Okay, because many a times it happens that we do certain things and with little bit of work we get lots and lots of gains. So this will be that time when this transit of Sun will give you lots of gains even with little bit of work. So thus I will say that enjoy this transit and just follow the path of dharma and righteousness, and you see that how life changes for beautifulness during this span of 1 month while Sun is transiting through the sign of Leo in your 9th house. For the Capricorn ascendant people, Sun will be transiting in your 8th house as the 8th lord. Now you see, this transit is a different one. Normally when Sun transits through the 8th house, I say that transit of Sun through the 8th house is normally not considered very good. but now it is transiting in its own sign, own house, as the lord of that sign. So now it will take care of your vitality. Only thing you have to be very careful is that you should also be very self-disciplined and punctual regarding your health, regarding your healthy habits, because sun is the king. King does not like that indiscipline. King does not like that you are not punctual. You have to be punctual. You have to be very careful regarding what food you eat, when do you sleep, or do you have any addictions or not, because this is the time when I will say you that you should take care regarding your health, your personality, through your self-discipline and punctuality. If you do so, then you will see that how sun as the 8th lord transiting through the 8th house brings good results for you, because it will not only help your health but also help your vitality. This transit of sun through the sign of Leo can also bring certain kinds of inheritance in your life. You can have some gains through inheritance. You can have gains through the property of the other people. Like suppose if you had some contract or joint assets associated with some other people, you can have gains through that. 8th lord transiting through the 8th house is also creating a Viparit Raj Yoga. So suddenly you can have some gains in your life. Suddenly you feel that I never expected to have those things, but suddenly you can get. Although it will depend upon your horoscope that how much good results you are going to get, depending upon your dasa, depending upon your position of sun in your horoscope. Okay, but it is creating a Viparit Raj Yoga that suddenly you can get gains amidst any kind of problems in your life. So suddenly you may feel that I had that problem, but suddenly that problems got disappeared, okay, or vanished due to this transit of sun through the sign of Leo in your 8th house. For the for the Aquarius ascendant people, sun will be transiting in your 7th house. Now this transit has to be taken care very carefully, with caution I will say, because this is not about sun, this is also about Mercury and Mars, sun all together. Although there is an aspect of Jupiter from the 1st house, but still I will say that hot and fiery planet Mars, sun, and Mercury is that analytical and logical planet which loses its digbal, the directional strength, in the 7th house. So during this period of time when sun is transiting through your 7th house, although it is transiting in its own house, you have to be very careful regarding your marriage matters, regarding your health of your spouse, regarding how you interact with your spouse. This is the time to cooperate your spouse. This is also the time to take cooperation from your spouse. This is not the time to have that ego battles, that don't teach me to do all those things, I know better than you. Okay, this is not that time. In fact, suppose if you are feeling that yes, these are the things which if I take help from my spouse, from my partners, wife, husband, so this is a very good time to show cooperation. Don't do anything on your own. Don't show that independent behavior now. This is not that time. If it is possible, show the nature of compromise, because if you show that behavior, it will not only bring a strong bond between you and your spouse, but also save you from any kind of unnecessary disputes and conflicts. Another thing, since sun is that royal planet, it is transiting through the 7th house in its own sign, this will also make sure that you and your spouse both will be very specific regarding the matters of marriage or partnership or any business partnership. So you can have any dispute with your partners, you can have some disputes with your spouse also, because of that ego battles. And the only way out is to show some kind of cooperation, to ask for the cooperation if necessary, to show that behavior of compromise. So that's it for the Aquarius people. For the Pisces people, Sun will be transiting in your 6th house in the sign of Leo. This transit of Sun is a very good one, I will say, because due to this transit, Sun will not only curb down your opponents, not only curb down your enemies, but also make sure that you have success in all aspects of your life. It will try to make you perfect regarding your daily schedule, regarding your daily works are concerned. You see, Sun is that royal planet, Sun is the king. Sun does not like anything which is half done. Now you will try to complete it with that complete order. You will start the thing and you will finish it. Most importantly, Sun is accompanied by now Mars and that intelligence of Mercury. So now if you choose the thing, you pick the thing and you just think that yes, I will complete it. Until and unless I complete the work, it is just I will not start the other thing. So it is definitely going to bring you success. It will clear down all the problems of your life. It is also creating a very strong Viparit Raj Yoga because the 6th Lord transiting over the 6th house. So you may get success by curving down your opponents or enemies. If you are suffering from any kind of disease, this transit of Sun will clear off any kind of disease, will cure you from any kind of illness or disease, because that Sun is that healer, that firepower, that healing power. If you are a person having some superiors or authorities above you, then this Sun will allow you to follow the mode of service towards your superiors and authorities. Also at the same time, suppose if you are having any subordinates under you working for you, then this Sun is asking you to take care of those people also, because Sun is that father. It is the significator of that higher authority. So you have to take care of those people also. This Sun is asking those things from you. And overall, I will say that this transit is going to be a very beautiful transit, very good transit. So just enjoy this transit and do the good works, and you see that how life changes beautifully in front of you. So that's it for all the 12 zodiac signs. Hope you have liked this video, and if you have really liked this video, then press the like button, share the video to your near and dear ones whom you feel that they need to understand that astrological reasonings for the transit of Sun through the sign of Leo. And your comments are always welcome. Any kind of query or opinion which you have, just write it down in the comment box so that I can know about it, I can understand, I can reply depending upon what your queries and opinions are. And if you are new to this channel, again, mind to subscribe the channel and tap onto the notification bell icon so that every time I make a new video, you get notified instantly. So on this note, I am signing off for today. Thanking you. Bye bye.